Hello, this is Jeff Malone, the X is Silent, here with a review of the February 11th, 2012 episode of Saturday Night Live, hosted by Zooey Deschanel with musical guest Karmin. There were a lot of great lines, a lot of memorable lines in this episode, so I'm going to mention the best line in each of the sketches. Opening sketch was another message from Mitt Romney, and the best line in that sketch was "Woof, woof, 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 woof." So I give that one a B-. And in Zooey Deschanel's monologue, she sang a song about boyfriend forgetting Valentine's Day, and the best line there was, "And it wasn't even from today, it was from an old hotel." So Zoe's monologue got a B+ out of me. Then we had Clint Eastwood, as played by Bill Hader, for Chrysler in a parody of the Super Bowl halftime ad. And the best line there was, "Now go buy a Chrysler and get off my lawn." A-. Let's see, Piers Morgan tonight. See where we were discussing MIA's middle finger and other business from the Super Bowl halftime show. The best line there was, it is a prototype, B. And then we had Les Jeunes de Paris, with a special guest appearance from Jean Dujardin. And the best line there was, oui. So A for that one. And then we had Clint Eastwood again. But this time, apparently, the commercial was for Little Caesars. So the best line was, "Pizza, pizza." B+. I had a parody of a sketch that took place at Daily Post in 1941. So it was a parody of the movie His Girl Friday, starring Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell. And the best line there was, "Is this a real argument, or is this just jibber-jabber?" B+. And Clint Eastwood for a third time. And this time he finished it off with the line, "I'm Batman." B+. And Karmin performed "Broken Hearted." I didn't determine what Karmin's best lines were, because their lyrics were very silly. But this performance was kind of fun, and a lot better than I could have ever really expected. But, anyway, B+, so why not? Okay, weekend update. Seth's best line was from the joke about Rick Santorum and his comment about women in the military, and Seth said, "Well, that sounds like reasons why men shouldn't be in the military." So Seth gets a B- out of me for this week. Then let's see, our first guest, Weekend Update guest segment was Ariana Huffington, Nassim Pedrad as Ariana. I could have sworn had played Ariana Huffington before, and I don't think I'm confusing that with Michaela Watkins' appearance as Ariana Huffington when she was on the show. I think I'm confusing it with something else, because apparently, according to the SNL archives that I looked up, this was Nassim's first and only, so far, appearance as Ariana Huffington. Anyway, her best line was, in regards to the 10,000 Maniacs concert only being for normal people, and it was completely naughty. So B+. And then we had Get in the Cage with Nicolas Cage. And, oh yeah. So basically every line was excellent from that segment, but no surprise here. Well, this was a series of lines, but they all go together. The two hallmarks of a Nicolas Cage movie. All the dialogue is either whispered or screamed. And of course, everything in the movie is on fire. So that gets an A+. Alright, Being Quirky with Zooey Deschanel is our first post-update sketch, and 2 in a row we got an impersonator being confronted by the subject of their impersonation. Here, Abby Elliott does her Zoe impression, while Zoe herself is in the sketch as Mary-Kate Olsen. But the best line came from, no surprise, Bjork. And Bjork said, "I made a sweater for an octopus, and I left one arm for its dreams and ideas." So that sketch gets an A. And then we had the commercial for Verizon. And a sort of out of left field best line for this sketch. But anyway. Are you a small business owner? No, I live off a settlement. Oh, so you're Native American? No, I don't live on a settlement. I live off a settlement. I got clipped by a city bus. And okay, then we had the, A for Verizon. Then the Crab Blast 2012. So the best line for that sketch was, so C plus for the Crab Blast. Okay, we're going to make technology hump. Best line there. We said we'd make technology hump, and we did. B plus. And then Karmin's second performance, I Told You So. Yeah, C plus. And then we finished it off with some letter writing between some Victorian ladies in the 1800s in England. And the best, I will actually abstain for the very last sketch from providing a best line. The best moment was the end, when suddenly there was footage of someone surfing from the 1960s. So B minus. So, alright. Zoe was very much herself. And, this was easily the best episode of the season so far. And best episode in a while, at least the best episode in 2 years. You'd have to go back to the John Hamm, Michael Bublé sketch episode from 2 years ago to start finding an episode that can compare to this one. But this one may very well, the Zoe episode may very well have been better than the John Hamm one. So then you might have to go back to the Will Ferrell Green Day season finale back in 2009. And even then, Zoe might still be better. This could be have been the best one in 4, 5, 6 years. It was a good one. And then the Nicolas Cage, the Get in the Cage bit. I never give out A pluses. A is like the highest grade. A plus is reserved for only the best of the best. And I just gave out an A plus to that Get in the Cage segment. It was the best single bit I've seen on SNL in at least 10 years. Possibly, as you'd have to go as far back as October '99 with the Celebrity Jeopardy sketch with Burt Reynolds, Sean Connery, and French Stewart to find anything better. So that's how that episode was. This coming Saturday, the 18th, we've got Maya Rudolph returning to host, and everybody's wondering how that show will be affected in light of Whitney Houston's passing, as Maya Rudolph's impression of Whitney was one of her most memorable bits during her time on the show. And in fact, she stopped by as a guest appearance on only a few months ago in the Steve Buscemi episode to play Whitney Houston. So I'm sure there will be some mention of it. In this past episode, they only had time to put up a still from when Whitney was the musical guest from an episode in '96 and appeared in a Mary Catherine Gallagher sketch. And then the musical guest is Sleigh Bells. They're kind of like the Ting Tings, but with a rougher edge. So that should be fun. In the meantime, check out my blog, and